Hello everyone. So, I already have him pulled out of the box because I was checking something. But, we're going to be doing the review on Gojo here. However, it's not regular Gojo, it's Gojo from the, movie. But let's take a look at the box here real quick. I do have a thing I have to go over with here on him after the box before we get into the review. But, again, really nice box. This is definitely a lot bigger. It's like your standard big box compared to like Nobara's box. I will do the next two reviews because I have two more. I will do those two ones later, but this one is the last one for right now. But again, pretty much the same premise, but a bigger box. This is the same premise as Nobara, but just it's got Gojo on it and it's blue instead. It's like I don't even know what you would call that. Is that a baby blue or is that a white blue? Anyway, who cares? So, dump all his accessories out, then we'll go over his accessories. However, I am gonna go over something here in a minute. Damn, that thing did not want to come out. Alright, so before we go over the accessories, I want to make this very clear. So, if y'all ever end up getting this Gojo here, the movie Gojo, so, oh, yep, that's starting to do it as too, but these little pieces right here are held on. Basically, you have the spot where your ball joint goes for the arm, and you have a bracket here and a bracket here, so you have it looking like this. And what that that little rubber piece does is it sits right on those two brackets there. So every time you move it, it kind of moves off those brackets. I suggest doing this. However, be very careful because you could screw up your figure's joints. But I suggest putting a little bit of super glue on those pegs and then fitting the this piece right here, because it gives it more friction, so it won't do that as much. Because just moving this around, I'm not having that problem, so to speak. I mean, I could be having that problem right this moment, but that is definitely something I would recommend looking into. Is if your figure starts to do, well, I should say if your Gojo starts doing that, definitely use some super glue. I like to use the Loctite stuff, but especially the gel control, because you have more control over this. But that is definitely something you need to look up or look at, and be careful when you're pulling this joint out here, right here, because this little seam line right here will pop out, but it's nothing to worry about because you can just pop it right back in. But there is definitely that warning that I give you before we start the review, because I don't know how many of y'all will see that one video of Goku scares Gojo, but during that video, in fact, is when that happened to me. I was gonna make it longer, as I said in the Discord, or I mean not the Discord, but the description, but I ran into this problem. I've seen it all over Reddit too, but I mean, it's Reddit. So, before we go over his hands and his faces, so, for any of you that know, Bardock has like one of those key accessories. It's kind of the same thing here, except this is his, I forget what it's called. I think it's just called Red. But, let me find the hand here. So, you got this hand right here. It's got the little keyhole in there. You literally just take this little thing right here, and you go, if my hands would like to work. Not the best one in my opinion, just because this effect part is so small. But then you have his, like, his red attack. So, that's an accessory. And then you get his attack hand, where he holds the attack. I mean, you get a lot of hands and stuff with Gojo here, like, definitely quite a bit. Then You've got two wide open palm hands, pretty much the same as like your attack hand. You've got two like peace signs where you're holding up your hands like that. Quite a bit, honestly. You've got his domain expansion hands. Then you've got some open hands, but I call them claw hands because they're just kind of claw-based looking. They're like this. Then you've got two like waving hands. Then you've got... I honestly think this looks like an instant transmission. That's just the Dragon Ball me, but it looks like an instant transmission hand. So there's that, or a special beam cannon hand. Then you've got two thumbs ups. I understand why this is here. You'll see here in a minute. And then you have this, which is for his blindfold, but I prefer to use them thumbs. So, now that we've seen all the accessories besides the faces, first off, you get this face. It's kind of just a neutral face. He's not smiling, nor is he, I guess, angry. Just kind of neutral. Then, let me pop the head off, as I want to show how to do this, so y'all don't come across the thing I did with mine. I'll show you after I show you the faces. So you've got a yelling face, the open, or like pushes the bandana open. I like using the thumb just because, I don't know, pushing the bandana open. Then you've got like the gritting teeth smirking face. So the reason I pulled his head off is I want to show you how to put the faces on. So, for the most part, they look like, oh, they have the pegs at the top. Very simple, right? No. So, if you take a look at the bandana here, on his faceplate, he has two little brackets there. What you want to do is, see the head here? It's got the two holes right there for the brackets. Shove those brackets in and up, and then boom, you have his face right on. Which, I don't know, it's kind of a, I guess, cool way to do the faces, but I prefer the standard way. Well, it's not standard, but it's more or less just common. I prefer the common way versus this, because, I don't know, that just seems better. But you get quite a bit of accessories for him. You get about 4 faces again, and you get quite a bit of hands. But in terms of articulation, arms are pretty good, besides the whole spiel of the problem up here. You can look about that far down with him, that far up with him, side to side. Then, what I love that they did here is, I was worrying about this so much, is, hold on. So, y'all are probably wondering, is this hard plastic or is this soft plastic? It's a soft rubbery plastic, so that works so well for doing bends. Like, when I get to the Megumi, you'll definitely see or hear me talking about the mid-torso piece here, because the torso piece on Megumi isn't as soft as, like, the one on Gojo here. And I was also worrying, too, as you can see here, the leg kind of comes up into this, and you're wondering, oh boy, can it kick up straight? Hell yeah, it can. This is what I'm talking about with, like, skirt pieces and just long shirts. Like, this is awesome, because I can still get that range of motion that I want to display him in. Like, there's no lost articulation there. Like, that's just so awesome, because I don't have to worry about freaking posing him in a certain way. Like, I could squat him if I want to, which I don't see why you'd squat a JJK figure, but because it's not Dragon Ball, they're not powering up like that. But I mean, for the most part, this guy has pretty much the same articulation as everybody else would. Bends about that far down, about that far up. Oh my gosh, I never bend him that far back. He bends quite a far ways back. Then his arm movement, I don't want to go too much in depth with it because, again, it's got that little piece up here. I don't know if I completely fixed it, but that was something I did, and it's not doing it that much. But I mean, articulation-wise in the legs, you can go about that far up. He's got a double jointed knee in both legs. Then his leg here, I mean his foot actually, he's got an ankle pivot, which is a really good ankle pivot compared to the most. Like that. I just realized this man's shoes look like they're high heels. I could be wrong though, but you get the standard toe pivot. Might be just a dress shoe, but I don't know. Do you guys prefer the? Do you prefer the JJK0 Gojo with the white blindfold, or do you like the one from the actual anime, which is the black blindfold, and he also comes with another head, but myself, I like the black bandana better. I do like this figure, but like I said, I like the black bandana better. I don't know, it just looks better with his outfit. But then I don't mind this either. I mean, it kind of fits really cool too, with the white hair too. But if you definitely find him, I would recommend picking him up because if you're a Gojo fan, you're gonna like it. But the only thing that you're gonna probably gripe about is going to be the shoulder piece. So look out for that. But on the other terms, this is a good figure either way. If I give him a rating like I did Nobara, I'd give him about probably an 8, just due to the fact that shoulder thing. It would have been a 9, but it's definitely going to be an 8 just due to the shoulder thing. If that was to be not a problem with him, yeah, he'd definitely be a 9 or a 10 out of 10 figure. But that is the biggest thing there. But if you guys find him, definitely pick him up because he's fun to pose around to. So see you guys in the next.